Actually, to show how much offensive firepower everybody in this Strikeforce heavyweight division and the guys in the tournament and our reserve fighters possess. They're dangerous. You don't want to let any sway and tide go into your opponent's favor in this cage, or else you're going to end up looking at the lights. Great performances all the way around, and even with an upset from Bigfoot Silva. Us as fighters, I think the majority of us probably figured that Fyodor would win the fight, but none of us thought that Bigfoot was going to be easy to beat in any way. And he showed exactly why he was the Elite XC champion, why he's a tough fight for anybody, and very impressive seeing him to go to submit such a good fighter as Fyodor, and even go for leg locks against a Sambo guy. Shows his, probably his progression really in becoming a more well-rounded, better fighter, and just shows that much more of a dangerous opponent to any of us in this tournament. I myself, I got the same guy in front of me that I've had for about, I don't know, about a month now or something like that. And he's coming for me. And all of us want to be the one to walk out of this, hold our heads high, and call ourselves the #1 heavyweight in the world. And I know that Brett Rogers is going to train every day, twice a day, 3 times a day, thinking of only beating me. And, well, I'm glad, because I want to see the best that he's got to bring. I want the best Brett Rogers to show up that night, so that when I win that fight, you know, I went in there with the best that he could be, and I came out on top. Beating somebody at their worst, or getting an easy win, doesn't do anything for you. To go out there, the merit of which this tournament is going to be valued is going to be on the way the fights turn out and the kind of battles and ring wars that we're going to put on. So that's what I want underneath me. When I walk out the champion, I want to know that I went through it and I fought the toughest, baddest guys out there. You know, I'd rather stare death in the face and go out there and have a sporting competition. So bring it. It's the only way to see who's best.
Yes, it's very good fight. I like. I'm coming here just to watch the fight, enjoy the Strikeforce. I'm so happy. I'm very happy with Bigfoot, because Bigfoot's my friend. I told you before, because my heart say Bigfoot to win. But I like the idea, the fight against Fedor, but now it's no more possible yet. But it's okay, man. I like the fight. The Caritono, he loves too. I told you before too, because Caritono by knockout is nice fight. Just training now. I start my camp 2 years ago, 2 months ago. Yeah. He just wait the next fight, because I'm excited for the tournament. It's very good. He just wait my next fight in April with Overeem. I beat Overeem 4 years ago. Yeah, beat one more time.
Good, Brett. Any comments on the fight tonight?
Yeah, the fights tonight, it was great. It showed a lot on what, you know, how heavyweights can get out there and bang and show off the powers. And, you know, the techniques was great too. You got a little bit of everything. You saw the stand-up, you saw the ground game, and, you know, that's what I want to do too. I want to showboat, you know, come April. You know, everybody understands who I'm sitting next to. You know, Josh, he's definitely been in the game for quite some time. He's a veteran to the game. It's no secret. You know, he's definitely going to want to come out, you know, play the game the right way. And like he said, you know, I want the best out of him too, because when that time comes, you know, I just want to feel, you know, like, hey, you know what I mean? I'm doing what I need to do as a heavyweight, Strikeforce, and get that tournament and kick it off and keep moving, keep getting those W's after.
We have just 1 or 2 questions for these fighters up here.
An answer when it went to the ground. Silva seemed to have his way with him. And also, you as a catch wrestler, what's your assessment of Fedor, his grappling style of Sambo, and the leg lock that he seemed to miss there at the end?
I don't know about being surprised necessarily, because I can't be there to see how his training's going. I don't think that he has training partners that have such a heavy base as someone like Silva. And I can understand having a hard time from getting out from underneath a guy like that. I'm sure Jordan can talk about how heavy he is too. So, I mean, that's a lot of weight and a solid guy. As far as Fedor's grappling, I think he's, you know, it's a style thing. I think Silva was very smart with his game plan in terms of positioning. If it was just a submission battle, I think, you know, Fyodor would probably come on top, or, you know, I know he'd hold his own. You know, and I'm not here to really cast any judgment upon. I've seen Fyodor do all kinds of great work in the ring as a grappler, as a wrestler, as a sambo practitioner. And my biggest thing is in terms of being a catch wrestler, I think that my skills apply to anybody. I can tap anyone in the world. I don't mean I can hang with anyone in the world on the ground. I mean I can tap out any grappler, fighter, whatever. You know, I've wrestled the best out there, and I can't really actually recall too many people trying to trade submissions with me, because most of them figure out after just a little while that's not a good idea. So we'll see how I can, you know, put that into play in the Strikeforce tournament, but I know that's going to be no easy road.
Fabricio, do you think that Fedor was affected by the loss to you, that mentally he just wasn't the same as he was before?
Maybe not, no, maybe not, because I have as the fight, I have just two options. It's just the loss or win. No effect, because the Fedor is a very smart guy, but maybe they finish the career, yes, then just finish the last time now.
Excited. I knew it was going to be a tough fight, and definitely a step up. You know, it's my first big show at Strikeforce. And obviously in a huge car with Fedor, you know, Bigfoot, all these guys have been fighting for years, you know, Cry, K1. So it's a big honor for me. I'm glad I got to come out, you know, show my other skills, get a submission out here. I'm going to go home, train hard. You know, I definitely have a lot of work to do. I definitely won tonight, but I knew I could do better. Especially with these guys that have like 30, 40 fights. So I'm going to go home, train hard, learn some new stuff, and then if the time comes, they call me up for the fight, for the tournament, be ready to go. If not, just get ready for my next fight.
Yeah, I'm, you know, also really excited to be here, you know, on a Fedor card. You know, thanks Strikeforce for getting me back out here, putting me on a big card. You know, I hope that we did what you guys wanted. I think with my fight, you know, we threw a lot of leather and trying to hurt each other. So you know, I think that's what makes an exciting fight. I think that's a lot of what you guys want. So hopefully we can continue to roll.
Any questions? Question for Chad back here. Seem to.
Yeah, this question is for Shane. Shane, would you like to stay more active this year, even if it means possibly giving up a chance to step in for the tournament?
You know, 15, close to 20 fights. So, you know, I start fighting these top end heavyweights. So this year I'm looking to get 4 or 5 more fights, train hard, and then take it from there.
Question for Chad. Talk a little bit, you seem to get Volante out of whatever game plan he might have had from the opening bell. You threw a couple of big punches. Just sort of talk about that approach there.
Yeah, you know, I know that he had said he wanted to stand up and bang, and that's kind of been my game plan with him. And you know, I thought if I catch him a couple times, he was, you know, he's got a wrestling background, that he would shoot down and go for the ground game. But he hung in right there, and yeah, I caught him, buckled him a few times. And I just got a little over-eager trying to finish it. I think I need to go back and watch some of the video footage and see. I kept closing the gap too soon rather than taking my time and picking my shots. So, you know, I think there was a lot to learn from that. But, you know, he's definitely an athlete, you know, and got to give him credit for standing up there and banging.
This question's for Shane. Shane, do you anticipate with your performance and participation here tonight this will be a complete graduation from the show MMA events to the full-on major Strikeforce cards?
Yeah, this was my first time on the record Strikeforce card. I've been putting my dues in, training hard the past 5 years, and I think I was ready for the step up in competition. LeVar put on a great fight against me, definitely tested me, something I needed going into this, especially about the possibility to be alternate or to be in the tournament. So, I'm happy with my win. I definitely have a lot more work to do, but I'm going to go home, train, and then get ready for the next fight.
We have a couple other athletes who joined us. We have Sergey Karatanov with a big win over Andrei Arlovsky, as well as Valentin Overeem and a submission victory over Ray Sefo. So I'd like to just have maybe Valentin open up with some comments, please.
First of all, I want to thank Scott for giving me the opportunity to fight here. I've been coming here for a couple of years, together with my brother. I've seen how the events have grown, how fans have been pleased and supportive of all the fighters, and it's a very big deal for me to getting an opportunity to fight, and finishing it off in this way means the world to me. So, Scott, thanks. My thoughts on the tournament, it was a great show. I mean, a lot of knockouts, a lot of big guys, heavyweights. I think that's really appealing to the fans, to the crowd. Was I surprised by the Fedor fight? Not that much. It was a fight which I predicted, which could go 50-50. It was a pity it didn't go into the third round, because the third round, Fedor is the guy to be able to make a surprise, but yeah, the ref called it off, so pity there. But I think it was an amazing tournament, and fans got to love it.
Сегодня был хороший день, прекрасное шоу. Я доволен, что для меня все сложилось удачно. Я переживаю за то, что Федор проиграл, потому что это наш боец русский, наш лидер. Впечатление от турнира осталось положительное. Бои были интересные, захватывающие. Но зато теперь я могу процентов на 99 сказать, что чемпионом в этом гран-при станет боец из Golden Glory.
This was a great event. The energy in the event was great. He's very pleased with his performance and the outcome of his fight. He's a little disappointed. Actually, he's very disappointed that Fedor lost today, mainly because he's a fellow countryman, and he was obviously cheering for him. But with Fedor now eliminated out of the tournament, he can guarantee you one thing, that the champion of this tournament will come from the Team Golden Glory.
Let's open up the questions, please, for all the fighters here.
A question for Scott. If someone, is out of the tournament because of an injury or whatever, how will you ultimately decide who gets that spot, and how much did tonight's performances play a part in that?
I mean, we had announced earlier that we will have a committee, and that has not changed. And then the committee will decide who will move forward in the tournament. I thought Fedor fought. I mean, it was a tough fight out there, and like Alistair said, Fedor in the third round always comes back, but he didn't get a chance to today. I think that the stoppage, it was something that I don't think Fedor could see, and he even had an orbital fracture. So the safety comes first, and he'll have another day.